can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold, I won't be alone. We won't be一瞬できらめく奇跡のスターチューン、ハート型キラリプラネット、ずっとずっとふわふわ浮かんで、ときめく想いはスターチューン、キュンってきて息ができないよ。もっともっと輝けシューティングスター。今君は何してますか？送信できない手のひらのメッセージ、この場所から君のうちで銀河系なこぶ離れてるのかな。パジャマのまま出かけ出して発射台までダッシュして、ピンクのロケットに乗って君の星まで今すぐに飛べたなら、一瞬できらめく奇跡はスターチューン、ハート型キラリプラネット、ずっとずっとふわふわ浮かんで、ときめく想いはスターチューン、キュンってきて息ができないよ。もっともっと輝けシューティングスター。眩しい日差し、繰り返す朝が嫌いになる。長い夏を洗い流してく、全部全部雨降らすレイニカー、東京が沈む、満足だ、笑っちゃうよね。ねえ夕立はレイニカー、なんでこんな時に君のこと思い出すんだろう。広げた傘、キャンディーの粒がはじけ飛んだ。強い雨にみんなが逃げて、一人一人また月が
Oh, let's go. Welcome to that first match of the weekend with Musty versus nanonbandusty. That's a really long username. We are live now, and I think the first warm up is gonna play. If this is correct, I guess. And yes, for those who don't know, Musty is like a really good standard player. He played many times for the French Ozu World Cup team. And I'm sure a lot of French players would be in the chat now. But the thing is, he's not like pretty. He's not as good in Mania, and although he has played a lot, he's versus some kind of really big player. Nanon Band is pretty much 3 digits in Mania. But anyway, that's life. The match will still be interesting. Maybe he can actually like out-act in some ways. Maybe.
Well, here we have me, Sergio85, and Baguette Tupan in the commentary booth. And again, as mentioned, this is the first match of the weekend, the first match of the round of 32. And like, one thing that you have to note, Musty did come from the playoff route. From the playoff route, since nanonbandusty is the number 2 seed in the tournament, and Musty qualified like around the 17 to 48 bracket, so they had to play the playoffs and won handily. Actually, it was a pretty comfortable win against Lordy last weekend. It was a 4-1 match. There were a few close scores there, but if there's anything that we could just note in these early game matches is that early game always is an equalizer for a lot of times. You'd expect like the top level players to be able to score high, but if you're a player around the lower skill levels, as long as like you're consistent enough, this is a skill. These are like the pools that you should be comfortable getting decent scores on as well. So
yeah, exactly. It's an opportunity.
No excuses for anyone to slack here, pretty much.
And if you can confirm me, but I think this is the Musty's warm up, right?
This is nanonbandusty's warm up.
Oh, okay, my bad.
They changed their warm up before Musty came in and before we went live. And definitely good choice of warm up.
Yes, yeah. But I was asking because I'm pretty sure this map has been in the French 7K tournament. But if it's nanonbandusty map, then I'm wrong. But yeah, as you say, Musty is doing a really great job. Oh.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
Not a way to introduce yourself in the commentary booth. Immediately cursing the player in the warm up. Nice.
Yeah, that's my specialty. Some people can testimony of that.
I think that's her commentary. That's her power as a commentator. Like you're not a commentator if
you don't curse, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can see here that Musty is a little bit in trouble in those hold and release, where of course Nanan is handling it really great with a good hack. But yeah, definitely, as you say, the good choice of warm up, because it's not gonna be too hard as a warm up. So again, we were talking about that before the stream, but some players tend to pick like a really hard warm up compared to the level of the pool. And yeah, don't do that. It's not a great way to warm up.
That really depends on the player, but that's actually a good advice. We're about to end this chart, and I think it's pretty evident who has the advantage on the LNs here.
Yeah.
This chart is just a bit harder than what we have for the pools this round, so Musty definitely has a sign on what to possibly ban going into the
Wow,
going into
nice.
the picks and ban phase. That is an amazing score.
Really
That
good.
is a really good score.
Really good regular numbers. Especially in LMs, it's really hard to have a good ratio, and here, Dusty is a really respectable one. You can clearly see who has the most experience, let's say, in the game mode. But as you said, Musty can still have this opportunity with the easiest mic pool, of course.
There's a lot of picks. I mean, even if they avoid the L inside the pool, there's a lot of charts to pick.
Yeah. Okay. So Musty forgot the warm up, so we're not gonna say and see the other one, but rolls ahead.
Musty with an 82.
Oh, 84 for Dusty. That's a good roll.
That is close. That is close. Interestingly, we haven't had a 100 roll in.
Oh, it's
We haven't
coming.
had a
Don't
100
worry.
roll.
I'm
yet
sure
in this.
it will eventually happen. Every tournament has the 1 and the 100 roll. It's a roll.
Yeah, we had the 1 roll already last weekend, so we just need the 100. I think the most interesting here. Oh, they're going.
Yeah. Musty banning the LN1 makes sense. Makes total sense.
Makes total sense. But I'd say, based on how they performed on this chart in particular, I'd say possibly LN2 would have been the better ban, but I'm not sure.
We'll see. Maybe he has a particular appreciation for the LN2. Oh, and Dusty banning Russia.
Oh wait.
No, it's not the number one.
It's not.
It's not the number one.
I think they just mentioned like LN2 just for things, and they're going to be banning Rice.
Oh no, the best song in the pool. So sad.
Yeah, and now for it'll be Dusty's first pick as well, since they won the roll.
Yes.
So I would just need to wait. Oh gosh.
And of course, little hi to everyone in the chat. Thank you for all the hype you give to the match. Oh yeah, the paste was pasted twice.
Yeah, I think my keyboard is starting to have a few issues. Hopefully it doesn't rectify I hope it just rectifies itself later. And Dusty will be picking Hybrid 2.
Okay, Hybrid 2.
Immediately going for the longest pick in the pool, actually.
Yeah, I think maybe the mentality here is that he think he has they think they have the best consistency. And so they expect Musty to maybe miss with the time. We'll see. Still a good song also, yeah.
Well, it's time for us to start the first match of the round of 32. Nanonbandusty and Musty, both usernames actually rhyming, so gonna be confusing once we get on with it. Once we actually get on with it, and here we go with the first pick, Coma.
Yeah,
Funny thing is
Musty.
that I know that this song is in Filipino, but sometimes I struggle. I struggle understanding the words here. But yeah, that's what you get, like vocal. It is Vocaloid, yeah.
It isn't Filipino.
It is Filipino, yeah. The song is Filipino. Just a fun fact, Gumi McCoy, Gumi McCoy's voice actress is Japanese Filipino. So it's just fitting that the most famous Filipino Vocaloid song is this one.
Sure.
Anyway, so we have
Good
Dusty with
accuracy
the early
both
lead.
sides.
Similar accuracy. Not surprising to have similar accuracies, especially with the start in particular. This isn't too hard to hack at all.
No, yeah, of course, it's like definitely an introduction. That's the name we give it. But still a little lead in favor of Dusty. Yeah, of course, the combo is gonna play a really important role here.
Especially with the length of the chart. If you do
Yes.
notice, the metadata isn't appearing at the bottom of the client. I think Laser is having a few issues right now. Apologies about
As usual, I would say.
Yeah. I don't think we could do anything about that until much later. But hopefully it fixes itself. Both players handling these long notes just fine.
Yeah. This part is a bit tricky because it's like on one hand, and depending on if you play thumb left or thumb right, there's one of the patterns that is gonna be harder, and you have no other way around it. Like you cannot put mirror to avoid it. It's not feasible. But both players are having the FC here. Nice.
I actually like charts, tournament charts that do it that way. Like you have one hand, like obvious hand bias on one hand, and then on another section it will be on the other hand. You cannot mirror your way out of it.
Yeah,
I like it when charts do that. Dusty with the ACK advantage now. Musty might have dropped some accuracy in the LN sections, which I don't blame anyone. Dropping 200s there.
It's pretty tough, especially as I said, like those one hands that here are on the left. But yeah, it's okay for now. Everyone's happy with it. But the lead is growing in Dusty's favor, so Musty can only hope that maybe he choke, he breaks.
Yep.
And continue to having this FC as we enter the second half of the map.
Players negotiating that section just fine.
Yeah. But already almost 10k lead, so yeah, accuracy will need to be kept here on those small lands.
Gonna be interesting to see though if anyone will be trapped by the two extremely long LNs at the end.
Yeah.
Though I'm hoping that no one's using that kind of LN right now because it's useless in this early on. Extremely useless.
Yeah, for sure. But I think both players trained the map rule, so I'm not afraid for those kind of surprises.
Yep.
And both players maintaining their current accuracy at the end of this map. Unfortunately for Musty, the accuracy is less good on his side.
Both players actually maintaining combo on that after that one hand trill. So very good plays between these two players. Just the accuracy making the difference between these two, as Dusty will be picking up their first point of the match. Again, accuracy will be making quite a lot of difference in this round, but still a very good play here from Musty.
Yeah, and it was not that obvious of a pick for Dusty, since he only in parentheses of course, like he only won by accuracy, which I'm sure he could have done otherwise. But the SSV1 on Dusty's side, really great play with a good ratio also. You can clearly see the consistency on Dusty's side, yes.
Musty actually doing pretty well.
Also of course.
That's actually a very good sign. If you're like a player wanting to get into more into the tournament scene, I'm pretty sure Musty has played in the OWC, so they're definitely not new to tournament pressure at all.
He played many OWC actually. He's used to tournament pressure for sure. That's not the problem here. It's just I think he's playing his best level, so
Yeah, that's
and
but still
picks
like,
Rice one. Okay.
surprising going for one of the harder Rice picks actually. But yeah, very good score overall for both of these players. Anyways, now going to Kimono Princess. This is practically a continuous stream chart, and I'd say stamina is going to be one of the factors going into this pick.
Yeah, even though the map is not that long, only 140, we have to say. I mean, if the metadata are correct, of course, because
finally the metadata work.
We'll see, but from what I know of Musty is, let's say, an old school player. So this kind of streams could be something he can handle pretty much. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, once you're good at one rhythm game, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to start picking up the others.
Yeah, even though Standard and Mania are really
very different. But once you get the sense of rhythm, it's not going to be hard to adjust. Actually, both of these players have pretty similar scores. Like Musty is just a tad bit behind, but
the score is
any misses.
Yeah, the misses again will be really important in this match. And you know, I think as good as me, how easy it is to just lose track of the stream and this kind of stairs. So
it's very easy to rush.
Yeah, you can
go do the streams very fast. Musty dropping just a tad bit, but still doing very well. Dusty consistent with a mid 99.8, and going into the second half of the chart, the patterning is going to get a tad bit denser once the streams start to pick up, but it shouldn't be a problem being to any of these players considering how they're performing very well in these streams.
Yeah, definitely. And here again, accuracy is immensely playing in favor of Dusty. But the lead is not that big, so he should really not lose focus.
Oh, both players actually doing very well on the 1-6 stream.
Yeah. And both players FC again. But
that's a good.
No SSD1 though.
Good 200 counts from both of these players actually.
Yeah, really good score as well. The ratio on Dusty's side with one great, and Musty with the 4s with the also really good ratio. Nice. It's actually for now it's a really nice match. Sometimes good matches really are not close, but scores are really respectable here.
Yeah. And there's nothing too bad about there's nothing too bad about getting like a scoreline this way, as long as like the player is like happy with their scores. And I mean they just said it. Musty just said it. They're happy with their score.
Yeah, that's also the goal of tournaments. Yes, it's not just to win; it's also to improve or push the limits of what you can do.
That's a really good score. Personally speaking, I don't think I could have that accuracy with my condition right now. I'm pretty sure my score during the Maple Showcase. I mean, wait, did I? I didn't play this for the Maple Showcase, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to keep up with this. Very good score. Oh, Dusty.
Oh, we have
looking at MWC as well.
News report. Thailand is losing.
Personally, I'm actually rooting for Thailand on that match. Unfortunately, I cannot look at it right now because for obvious reasons.
Okay, choosing LN2, of course.
Ghost in the Flower. Actually one of the safest picks for Dusty. Safest and the.
I think also yes. But we'll see how Musty manage. Maybe he might have like intentionally trolled the warm up to maybe like give a wrong information to Dusty. We don't know. Maybe he's like mind game professional.
Well,
I've done that in the past.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like if you're doing that, you're basically like it's going to be you're going to be you're going to be like one of the biggest brain plays at tournament.
Intentionally warm up.
I've done that before, but it kind of backfired.
Yeah.
It kind of backfired because like my laptop started having issues once the match actually started. And that kind of that kind of sucked. But anyways, here we go with the third chart of the match. Ghost in the Flower, the obligatory VTuber pick of this tournament. I mean, I'm pretty sure all 7K tournaments will have VTuber picks. Thanks, Maple.
Musty with already a first miss.
First miss of the match, by the way.
Yeah, he FC'd both of the first maps.
Again, considering how they performed on Mawaru Sora Usagi, I don't really blame Musty for getting a miss there.
Of course.
But this chart will get a bit harder as we go.
Yes. Here, consistency lacking a little bit on Musty's side. And Dusty with the really great accuracy actually for LN map. In V2, it's really hard to have more than 80.
Actually, pretty excited with how this score from Dusty is going to be. How high Dusty's score is going to be on this. Because there are a lot of players in this bracket stage that are capable of getting mid 990k scores on this pick in particular. And I'm pretty excited to look at the leaderboards once this round actually ends.
Sure. Yeah, he's going 9th. Wow, 82 with the miss though, Dusty.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
But Musty will not be able to catch up. He's way too far behind. But Dusty also missing for the first time this match.
Both players not FCing the entire match. But still, for Musty, this is a decent run in a pick that they're possibly not that comfortable with.
Yeah, definitely. And especially the part we've just seen here with like the consistent two hold at the same time is really impractical, let's say. Unfortunate. Okay, it was a break. It was not a miss, but
that's unfortunate.
But the ratio is really great. Great ratio. On LN maps again, it's really hard to have such a consistent number. Yeah. And Musty with maybe the last pick, right 4. Okay, why not?
Not actually, yeah, it's a good pick for Musty here. Like just going for the straightforward charts in this pool.
Yeah.
Like that's what usually, like if you're a player in the lower level, a lot of them are usually just advice like just go for the straightforward picks and have fun. Like try to get as high as a score as you could.
You might also just enjoy.
Try to be competitive but just enjoy. Anyways, here we go. Possibly the last chart of this match. Hopefully, for us in the commentary booth's sake, hopefully not. But
hopefully not, of course.
Hopefully not, as the commentators.
The commentators always root for the TB hype, so
yep,
that's a rule. Here we are.
I say Musty has a pretty good case. they just need to be able to maintain a decent accuracy. Maybe go better than what they usually do, as Dusty has been super consistent with a mid 99.8 for the past 3 charts, and it does look like they will be doing so for this one as well.
Yeah, especially because Musty started a bit bad, let's say. He took the first note a bit incorrectly, so hopefully for him he will catch up. And yeah, Dusty with the 84, that's a lot.
I mean, there is a way for Musty to catch up quickly, and that is for Dusty to miss on this chart. Because like Musty's accuracy is well within striking distance in case Dusty finds a problem somewhere, but this chart is very straightforward. So I don't see any room. I don't see anywhere where it could happen.
You never know. Last map Dusty also missed, so might be the case here too. But here the last quarter of the maps.
We see many players miss on the easiest part of the chart.
Sure.
Okay. Now this part is going to be the scariest part, I would think. Both players holding on to their combos very well. Musty not dropping too much accuracy, actually gaining.
Yeah, actually. I think a really correct score on this map for now.
But Dusty just being better overall accuracy wise. And missing out on another view on double.
Oh, Doma is sad.
Unfortunately for Dusty, missing out on
no SSV1
match.
And GG's to both players. It was a really good match. Really good match, even though it was a 4-0. The scores were really nice.
Very good.
So,
and we're going to be seeing more of Musty as well, since they are not yet eliminated of the tournament, but they will be fighting for their lives in the lower bracket next week.
We'll see that, and of course Dusty going straight to the next week of the tournament.
Well, now that's it for this match, and
yeah,
we will be back at 13 UTC for another exciting match, Lazarus versus Howard Dong, and it's going to be very exciting to watch. And that'll be coming in just over half an hour from now. So we hopefully we'll see you guys then.
And I'll see you next weekend for my part. Have a nice weekend.